Hello lovelies, welcome back. Today is day 11 of 14 days of a Teezy Valentine, and today we're going to be making like a French provincial, like old school Baroque handheld mirror. And I was inspired because I'm in the middle of renovating my room, and I always love this style, so I figured to put it in a mirror. So these are the materials that you'll need. You'll need a mirror, obviously. You'll need furniture appliques, and yes, you heard me right. And I got these like cherub furniture applique, and then a rose furniture applique, and then two like decorative furniture appliques. You will also need all-purpose or furniture gold paint and also pink paint, or whatever color that you choose. Martha Stewart Crafts Decoupage Liquid. And there are also a couple more materials that I will mention in the video and link down below that I just didn't have clips of. Alright, so we have our mirror, and we also have our appliques, and I also just put construction paper on my surface just to protect it because we're going to be painting. So what we're going to do first is actually paint the mirror first, since it's just a bigger surface. Alright, so I'm just going to take my paint and pour it into this plastic cup so, you know, I can use it. But yeah, we're just going to pour it in. Probably like about that much. That's probably even too much. But anyway, we're going to just straight up just paint it. You can prime it with like furniture primer if you want. I'm not gonna do that because I'm too lazy, and I think I just got paint on myself. Yeah, I did. I'm also using a foam brush for this because I just like them. For the furniture appliques, we are going to use bristle brushes for that. So I'm just gonna paint it. You know, this is my first time doing this, so we'll see how it works, but it usually does work when I paint something with like furniture or all-purpose paint. And you can't like barely see it right now because it's like light pink. So this will need a few coats of paint. So anyway, we're finished with that, and we're just gonna put that to the side for right now and paint the furniture appliques. Okay, so I will put a primer on this one. So I am using this primer used for furniture. Oh shoot. I'm gonna just quickly prime the cherubs with a soft bristle brush and then have them dry for about 30 minutes. Okay, so the cherubs are primed, so we're gonna move that to the side and do the rose and the other two garnishes. And I'm just lazily just like putting it on because it is water-based, so it's gonna reach all the places anyway. So I'm not like trying to be too precise about where. Now I'm using scrap paper because that is more, you know, efficient. I'm taking my mirror. I'm going to put my second coat of paint onto the back of the mirror only because I just want to do kind of like one side at a time. I think I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm using like this type of brush instead. Yeah, it helps a little bit with the streaking. Because if you really think about it, like the majority of the mirror is going to be covered by the furniture appliques anyway. So really having a good base is just, you know, that's a good idea. But it doesn't have to be perfect. I fixed the lightness, brightness on the camera so you can really see the color. So we're gonna leave that to dry. Okay, so we got the mirror. We're gonna do about like one more coat, and then we're going to flip it over to the other side and paint it. We want it to be like not super duper opaque, but opaque enough for our liking. And then we're going to let that dry for another 30 minutes. Now I'm actually going to take the biggest applique and paint it, and I'm just going to use the gold paint and just brush it on and see how that goes, because I haven't painted an applique like ever in my life, so this is the first time. And you can totally like just spray paint it too, but you know, like it's in the middle of winter. So, and I live in New York, so, I mean New Jersey now, oh shoot, but I live in New Jersey, so I am not trying to go out in 8-degree weather for a YouTube video. I'm sorry. I'm just not that type of person. And I'm kind of just sloppily painting it because I just don't have the patience, but it usually just turns out good. And like I said, I'm just using a bigger brush just to cover the majority of the surfaces. And then I will go in with a smaller brush. Yeah, so now I'm taking like a super duper small brush to really get into those details. And still keep in mind that this is just the first layer. So if you like get like underwhelmed by like the coverage, it's all about the layers and how you layer the paint, because that's where the real magic comes. We're finished with that and we're going to move on to the other smaller pieces. So we're done with painting all of the gold pieces. Like I said, we wait 30 minutes for everything to dry, and then we repeat it again 3 times. We are taking the pink mirror and we are going to coat it with the Martha Stewart Crafts Decoupage Gloss Finish. And we're just going to do about 2 coats of that, like we've been doing for the whole entire mirror. And the decoupage helps to protect the paint of the mirror, you know, make sure that it is preserved, and also it helps to finish the mirror as well. Alright, so we're going to put that to the side and let it dry. The mirror didn't really do what it was supposed to do because the brush that I used, but it made brush strokes that were super uneven because it had paint on it already. But I'm not really mad because it's going to be covered by the furniture appliques anyway. However, make sure that you use a clean brush and not make the mistake like I did and use a brush that had the same paint on it, but so it just kind of made more brush strokes. I'm actually going to use another brush. I'm going to use this brush to do the second coat of the decoupage. So anyway, that's done. We are going to take our furniture applique. I'm going to take the biggest one first, and I'm going to cover it with the primer that we use, because it's also a sealant. And just sloppily, like, you know, if you want to be neat, you can. And we are going to do the same thing, leave this for 30 minutes after we're done, and we're just going to do 2 coats of it. Yeah, but I love the color of this gold. It's not like that kind of yellow, like super yellow gold, because it's yellow enough without it being like overly yellow to the point that it looks cheap. So now we are going to take our mirror and flip it over and paint this side. I'm actually going to take some masking tape and tape around the inside of the mirror just to protect the mirror from getting paint. And I'm using an X-Acto knife just to make the edges exact. Alright, so I'm taking my X-Acto knife and just making sure that those edges are really, really clean. So we're just gonna paint, you know, these parts here, and then I am going to prime it first like I didn't do before, and try not to get any primer on the tape, you know, just, you know, because the tape is just an extra precaution. And we're just gonna leave that for 30 minutes like we've been doing. Alright, so now that the primer has dried all the way, we are going to paint the mirror pink. I've done the full 3 layers off camera because I just felt like it was going to be redundant. So now we're just going to finish it off with the same primer that we have been using, just to seal everything. And then after we do that, we're just going to leave it for an hour. So from here on out, we're going to do this video voiceover style because I lost the audio clips and I'm really tight about that. But anyway, I took off the paper and tape from the front of the mirror and just cleaned the mirror off, and now I'm just situating where I want the furniture appliques to go. And so that's what the first applique should look like if you got the same ones as mine. I just wanted it to be center as much as possible. And now I'm just placing the other appliques and just testing out what I want them to look like. So now we're going to glue the appliques to the mirror. I tried hot glue and it didn't work, so now I'm using the Aleena's super thick tacky glue to glue it on, and it works like a dream. So I am going to first put some glue around the edges of the applique and then fill in the middle. Just make sure you don't put too much glue because it will bleed out, but it is supposed to dry clear, but just to make sure, just try not to put too much glue. But we're just going to repeat the process for all of the appliques. Just put some glue on them and then stick them to the mirror where we placed them. So all the pieces are glued down, and we're just going to wait about 24 hours or at least overnight for the glue to dry, and then your mirror should be ready. So this is what the mirror looks like. I am absolutely in love. It just looks so freaking good. You see, like, I'm hella extra right now. And so that is it for day 11 of 14 days of a Teezy Valentine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And of course, as always, please love yourself, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah!